Alright, so this is my official review of the Microsoft / Sharp Kin 2M for Verizon. Sorry that it took so long to get online, but I wanted to have the phone for a solid week to get a good feel for it, so I didn't give a biased review like, oh, I just got it, it's so great, and then have you guys buy a piece of crap. Well, actually, it's not a piece of crap, I shouldn't say that. So, here's the device itself. It's a little thick, but not too bad. If I compare it to my old Alias 2, the thickness is about the same. It just feels a little thicker because when the Alias 2's opened up, you have only that much thickness. But it doesn't feel overly bulky. It feels solid. There's a little wobble to the hinge, but it's no big deal. It has a good slide to it. And the battery life, I've found, has been excellent for a phone like this. It goes 2 days solid with some solid use, music, texting, stuff like that. And I'm pretty happy with it. Now, I'll get into the software side of the phone. So, it's got a capacitive touchscreen, which is highly favorable. That's what like the Zune HD has, and the iPhone and the iPod Touch. It's not like the Envy Touch where you actually have to press, that's a pain in the butt. I don't like that. So you can press this button, your little home screen will come up at the time, you unlock. Touchscreen's really responsive. There's some lag sometimes in some menus. If I go to contacts here and I scroll, there can be a good chunk of lag until it kind of loads up, and sometimes it'll press a button you didn't want to press. But no big deal. So when you first turn it on, after you go through the initial setup, you're brought to your home screen, which has all of the, they call them apps. They're really built in. There's no option to download extra applications or anything like that. Kind of unfortunate, but it's a feature phone, so you should be happy with that. And then you can swipe and get to your favorite contacts, and they'll have their pictures and stuff. I have some weird friends. So I'll just go through the applications. The M has a calculator and a calendar, which the original Kim 2 did not have, which is a there were two features that a lot of people wanted, so I'll go through them too. So if we go to the calendar, comes up. So there, it says today. I don't know if you can read that, but it says today, and you can swipe and go tomorrow, Thursday. I can go back a day to yesterday. I can go back to today and go to more, and then go to month. And it'll come up with the months, and I can go through the months. And I could go, let's say I want to go to Christmas. You press that and see. I actually added that event because I was bored, so I just added an event, Christmas. And then I can go more. I can go back to today. You can't synchronize this with Outlook, which I think is really unfortunate. You have to go through and go to new event, and then go to the keyboard and type in event name, start time, end time, reminder, stuff like that. It's not, I mean, as far as a feature phone calendar go, I like it a lot more than what I had on my old Alias 2, but there's no synchronization, which is kind of unfortunate. So then the phone app, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You dial numbers, yeah. Makes a nice noise. You can call. Reception, I think, is actually, I get better reception than I did on my Alias 2. It gets really good reception. And obviously if I make a call and then you put it up to your face or whatever, see, it'll turn off the screen so you don't dial with your cheek. I mean, that's pretty standard for a touchscreen phone. So I'll go back. One thing I should mention that's interesting is this button down here is not a home button. It's actually just a back button. So if I can't really demonstrate it here. Oh, well, actually, if I go to music, which is powered by Zune, and it's really great. You can plug it into your computer and synchronize it with the Zune software, which I really like. And here, I'll just show you. See, if I'm in here and I'm like in an artist, I press this button, it just goes back a level. It doesn't go all the way back to the home screen. If you hold it, you can go all the way back to the home screen. I'll just go to music again. The thing that's really great with the music is, like I said, I have a Zune HD, so I really like the whole Zune, low battery, the whole Zune music thing. And it's identical to the Zune HD experience, which I really like. You can pin stuff over here and have your history. You can get music, podcasts, videos, all sorts of stuff right on your phone. It's only 8 gigabytes, which is why I'm keeping my Zune, because this is 32. But it has cool, like, fluid animations. The music listening is just great. The phone has built-in speakers. They're decent. The Zune doesn't, so I can't do anything over here. But I'll just put this over here. Oops. For now. The speakers are alright. I mean, they leave a little to be desired, but I don't listen to it through that anyway. You can just plug in, there's a 3.5mm headphone jack on the top. You just plug your headphones right in. It actually comes with a pair of headphones that have a mic built in, so you can wear them and make phone calls, which is really nice. And if you subscribe to Zune Pass, where you get unlimited streaming and downloads, as long as you keep paying the service monthly, but you get to keep 10 songs a month, then you can stream that right through Wi-Fi. That's really great. I don't subscribe to that, but a lot of people like it. Messages. I won't go to messages right now. I'll demonstrate. Actually, no, I'll go to message. No, I won't. I'll go to camera. I'll demonstrate receiving a text message later, because I really like the way it sets that all up. So see, this is captured. And that you can take screenshots of the screens, much like the iPod Touch or like the iPhone or something like that. That's just random pictures I took. You can also sync pictures right through the Zune software. So I have pictures from a trip I went on. And then, yeah. And then if you go to the left one more, it goes to the camera. It's got an 8 megapixel camera. I really like it. It takes a decent picture here. If I come over here, just picture the Zune, no big deal, but it takes a good picture. And you can also record. If I go, whoops, there's the button there. You can also record 720p video in landscape or portrait, either way. And then that you can just sync to your computer. I might upload a sample video of that later. But there's a little compression issues with the video, but overall it looks really good. And then contacts, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's just your contacts. The calculator, this is new for the M. And that's just calculator. I mean, pretty easy to use. Just, yeah. I mean, as far as calculators go, it works. But it doesn't turn into like a scientific calculator or anything when turn landscape, which is kind of disappointing. But it's a calculator. Whatever. Alarms. That is just like any alarm. You edit, you can add an alarm here. And just set the time, frequency, sound, just stuff like that. Nothing special. Search. This always opens in landscape. You can't open it in portrait. You can search for contacts or apps. There's no point in searching for apps because they're always right on your home screen. So I use it for contacts and stuff. You can also, if you're in the keyboard, there's a little button down here you press, and that'll go right to that. There's also a button for the phone. Kind of convenient. So, and settings. This is where you have settings, obviously. You can go to your wireless controls, turn on Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, stuff like that. Your themes, there's 4 different color themes to choose from. It's kind of annoying, you have to restart the phone completely when you change the theme, but it's no big deal. There's only 4, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out which one you like. I have the blue one set. I think it's called Lazo. I don't know. I like it better than the default green. Then there's sound, so you can change the vibrate, the ringer for all the different things. The ringer names are kind of strange. I don't know what they think us teens like, but they have Don't Ever Leave, Keep Love, I Want You. It's really cheesy, and they all have this cheesy pop sound. It's pretty trashy, but whatever, if you're into that kind of stuff. I just picked a random one. Then your messages sound. I actually really like the default message sound, which is just that. I think it's simple and subtle. I like it. And then you can also actually, if you use Phone Zoo or something like that, you can still get ringtones through that, but it only lets you save one at a time because it names it unknown. So it'll just overwrite the other unknown. Kind of annoying, but no big deal. Screen lock. You can change the auto lock, the pin. I have it set, it's nice, like if I go like this, it won't put a pin on right now. But if it was locked for 15 minutes, it'll put a pin on, which I like a lot. A nice feature. You can change the brightness or have it auto brightness. I like auto brightness. It does a pretty good job. You can change your browser options, clear history, do stuff like that. I don't really use the browser that much, but I'll get into that later. Phone options. Email account options. I don't use the email app on here. I tried it, but it wanted to auto sync my things, and I could turn that off, but I don't have the data plan with this phone, so there was really no point because I had to sync it when I was at home on Wi-Fi when I could just go on the computer anyway. So I just deleted my account. Date and time, it's self-explanatory. Language, yeah. About your phone, yeah. Yeah. So there's the settings, and then the browser. I was actually on YouTube here. I just picked a random videos on the home page because here, let me make sure my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is not on. Ooh, I don't want to browse on 3G because I don't want to incur any charges. So here, I'll actually show you. They call this the dashboard. If you go down here, there's a little clock. I don't know if you can see that. And your cell phone, so you press that, and this pops up. And they call that your dashboard, where it's got your date and time, battery, ringer, and wireless. If you tap up here, it goes straight to your wireless controls. So I can turn Wi-Fi on. And I'm actually going to turn airplane mode on so I make sure I don't use any 3G. Because you can actually have Wi-Fi and airplane on at the same time. Kind of go against each other, but if that's what they want to do, I don't have a problem with it. I'll turn Wi-Fi on, it'll connect. Hopefully. Yeah, there, connected. Alright. So see now if I go over here, I've got this little bar. 3G is crossed out because it's airplane mode, but that tells me I've got Wi-Fi. So I can go down here, go on the browser. And I didn't think you could go on YouTube and watch the videos, but I have been told otherwise by a comment on this video. So I went to try it, and sure enough, if you press watch video, it opens up a separate little app here. Loading. You can see me. My internet kind of sucks, so it probably won't be this slow for you. Buffers up, there you go. I mean, it's not the best quality, but I'm impressed that it can do YouTube. Because the Zune HD can't do YouTube, and I always didn't like that. So, yeah, there you go. That's YouTube on the browser on the Kin 2. So I'll go back and I'll turn